U.S. soccer bans kneeling during the national anthem. And German soccer takes first step towards easing restrictions. Women's soccer gains professional status in Spain. College, high school, and youth soccer in Pittsburgh area can resume operations. All of this will be discussed, and the amount of freedom we're losing on episode 524. First up, we have U.S. Soccer lifts ban on kneeling during the national anthem. The U.S. Soccer Federation has repealed the league's 3-year-old ban on kneeling during the national anthem. This national-wide protest against police brutality and racism and injustice sparked by the killing of George Floyd. It has become clear that the policy was wrong and detracted from the important message of Black Lives Matter, even though Megan Rapinoe didn't give anyone a heads up, or Colin Kaepernick. They didn't give us heads up. They just did it. They didn't really have a conversation. They just were going to do it, which forced the U.S. National team to change their policy via U.S. Soccer, whatever. The organization, which approved the move in a board of directors vote a day earlier, said it would let the players decide how to use their platform to fight for all racism, discrimination, and equity. Under Policy 604-1, all national team players were ordered to stand respectfully during the playing of the national anthem at any event in which the federation is represented. The board passed this rule in February 2017. And, of course, the fight ensued. Blah, 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 and now we're back to people threw a fit. People were murdered. Riots occurred, and people are scared. And this is the best opportunity to make change is during the craziness. So the world's crazy, so we're going to get the ones that scream the loudest to make change. All right, so changes happen. So now that you can take a knee, we'll see how many people are going to take a knee. And if you, it's going to, you know what's funny? It's going to be the U.S. is the only country will be taking a knee during their national anthem, even though every country in the world has dealt with racism or is continually dealing with racism. There's the human existence is evil. It's bad. Bad things happen. So we can't just keep doing this. Finding a reason to throw a fit, because when you do, people get angry. Our children are watching, and they're going to be angry. And when's it going to stop? When's it going to stop? Someone has to stop. You know, I can't say anything. I have white privilege, so 75% of me has nothing to say. But the 25% of me that doesn't have the privilege has a lot to say. But I'm going to shut it down to 25%. And here you go. That's it. Okay. So that's all I can say, because I don't want to be attacked. I don't want to be destroyed. I don't want Megan Rapinoe. Imagine Megan Rapinoe sending me an email or calling me saying, hey, you need to pipe down or else. I'd be scared. She's powerful. You know why? She has white privilege because she's powerful. I don't know. She is powerful and scary, and she has a lot to say. Voting means nothing anymore. It's whoever is scarier, and she scares me. Like, she could literally end my life. She could. She could get me fired. She could do so many. If she made one phone call to my boss or to our president, I'd be fired. If she didn't like me, I'd be done. You imagine? I'm all like doing my podcast, and my views keep getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm like, what if I went from micro famous to kind of famous? What if I was getting more hits? I could get canceled because of this white person behind me taking a knee that has white privilege can end my life because she can scream the loudest and she can cause problems. And she's worth millions. She's worth millions because of her outrage. She's funded by the outrage. And when you give people a lot of money and a platform for being woke, they become very rich, and then they come and tell the little man like me, I will beat you down if you don't bow down. Isn't that a little bit scary? Vote. There's no voting anymore. There's no vote. It's whoever is most angry gets what they want. So Megan Rapinoe and the woke want the U.S. soccer to apologize, and this is their apology. We apologize to our players, especially our black players, staff, fans, and all who support eradicating racism. Sports are a powerful platform for good, and we have not used our platform effectively as we should have. Is that good enough? So I don't know if it's good enough, because Megan and the woke, the cancel culture, they're going to find another reason to throw a fit. So what's their next thing? I mean, and I get it. I know who I am. I fight. I'm argumentative. That's just kind of who I am. I'm recognizing it. I'm argumentative to a fault. And I've been wrong so many times. At least I can recognize I'm wrong a lot. So I have to process. My brain works differently than a lot of others. I rely on intelligent people to listen to and, really follow kind of the intelligent side of it. I'm very intelligent of identifying who it actually can make sense. And I try to remove emotion much as I can. And growing up, I'm very emotional. I'm emotional today, less emotional, but I've been controlled by emotions my entire life, like most of us are. And that's the problem we have. We got a lot of people that aren't grown up, and they're controlled by emotions. And it's so easy to manipulate those that have emotions. I don't want to be controlled by emotion, so I recognize it at all times. I do not want to be controlled by emotion, and so many of us are. And it's okay if you are. Get out of it. Not telling you what to believe politically or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out this freaking crazy life we're in. I've been Republican. I've been Democrat. Now I'm I'm a libertarian, because I don't trust anyone. I want to figure things out, but I don't need some Megan Rapinoe-like person to freaking end my life because she's famous and has money and has a platform. I have a small platform, but I can be canceled. And I know this. It's crazy. It's crazy how scary this world is. Anyways, the Associated Press reports German soccer takes first steps towards easing restrictions. After nearly a month of play, the coronavirus pandemic, German soccer is ready to relax some of its strictest hygiene measures. As of Friday, substitutes and coaching staff will no longer need to wear masks in the Bundesliga, while the number of media permitted to the games are doubled from 13 to 26. So now coaches don't have to wear a mask and pull it down to scream instructions and then put it back on. And we are creating the appearance of safety. So for all those that are scared, we are trying to make you less scared. Isn't that what we're doing right now? We're just creating the appearance of we're being safe. And no one's following these measures, by the way. It's not happening. So for all you crybabies out there, what are your protocols? You better do this. You got to protect my safety. What's wrong with you? Nothing's being followed. Nothing. These coaches with the mask putting it down. They go in the locker room. They get together because there's no cameras in there, and they're hugging, they're in a huddle and all this stuff, and they're talking without the mask, and they come out where the cameras are, and they create the illusion that we're being safe. Do you not realize that? No, we just have to do what these jack-offs are making us do. And I get coronavirus is real. We should have social distancing. We should avoid going out if we're sick. If you're sick and you have to go out, you wear a mask. I'm not going to wear one because I'm not going to get you sick. It's not my fault that my immunity is extremely strong. Why? Because I fast a lot. I take cold showers. That increases your immunity because I produce legal adrenaline, illegal steroids. I am careful what I eat. I don't smoke. I have the ability to take on disease and reject it because my immunity is strong. There's an immunity, people. Eat healthy. Stop smoking. Stop doing stupid things. Because if you do, bad things can happen. And if my immunity gets compromised and I get sick, that's on me. And I will deal with it, but I will never, ever tell you what to do. Ever. Never. Like if I don't want you in my house, you won't be in my house. I mean, you have the ability to protect yourself. You don't have to force everyone to put this facade on that we are safe. No one's following these guidelines. No one. Some. Life is normal other than we're shutting down the economy. So stupid. We are stupid. And guess what? I will be destroyed for my opinion. Can I have an opinion? Am I not allowed to? Or will I be canceled by the cancel culture? Which I might. So be it. Whatever. That would suck, though, because I'm actually a good human being. I actually help save people and save lives because I am loving, I am caring. But I understand I can be canceled for having an opinion. Isn't that crazy? So the Bundesliga is moving on, and hopefully they can keep phasing in and move on to crowds. I am hopeful. All right. So women's soccer gains professional status in Spain. The top 2 women's soccer divisions in Spain have gained professional status. The Spanish Federation announced Wednesday. The federation said the country's sport council has accepted the change in status for the competition, which will also be valid for men's and women's futsal. The federation said the move is another step to promote the development of these competitions that until they were considered amateur soccer, and now that's changing. Their status has changed, and this will cause a problem for the United States of America, even though we're creating our own problems. When freedom, I've said this for a long time, when freedom is enlarged throughout the world for women, when women have the freedom to play, we're screwed. You know why? It's not about a facility. It's not about an A-licensed coach or all that. It's about culture. And the culture exists in Spain, Brazil, all the countries that play, Germany, Italy. It exists there. And when women are allowed to play in the culture they get, meaning they watch the game, they already play the game. They do. Let me give you an example. So culture of soccer exists in the United States as well. In Arizona in particular. The Hispanic leagues here don't have girls playing soccer. They don't put it on because they don't promote it. In the Hispanic communities, a lot of the daughters are kept home. They're not allowed out until they're kinsey. You know, they don't really have as many opportunities. Not saying that that's the case for everybody. They don't have as many opportunities. So if you go to these leagues in Arizona, you'll always see 1 or 2 girls on the boys' team, and they're good. I mean, I created a team from there. I went and recruited all the Hispanic girls that were playing in the 2002 age group back in the day that were playing boys team. Got 8 of them, put them with my daughter, and immediately we went from a rec team to one of the top teams in Arizona right away. It's that easy. When women are allowed to come out, when little girls are actually allowed to be organized and played, and countries get freedom, they'll be no different than what we're dealing with here in our country. The women's national team will drop like the men's, and the culture will win. Culture will always win. The U.S. national team could change things if they actually went after players that actually had culture. which they exist, but they're not allowed to play at these high-level clubs. DA, well, it's gone. Well, MLS, fake DA, or whatever they're doing, their academies. I don't know. I'm moving on. So we have, you see that picture of this poor boy getting tested. College, high school, and youth soccer in Pittsburgh will resume operations. On Wednesday, Governor Tom Wolf announced that amateur sports, including college, high school, and youth soccer, can resume play with modifications in Pennsylvania country in the yellow and green phases of the plan. They will reopen in Commonwealth from COVID-19 restrictions, but they have the yellow and green phases. So all the ones that are scared to death, we created these plans for you so you feel okay. The green and yellow. Yellow means just slow down, and green is the go. That means they did the protocols. As you can see in the picture behind me, this kid is getting his temperature taken, and everything's going to be okay. He's taking his temperature. I don't know. You're good to go. We're just creating the appearance. We'll take a photo, put it on the internet. Can we move on? No one's following these guidelines. We're creating the appearance. It's an illusion. It's like magic. You go to a magic show. You're like, oh my gosh, they took the bird's head off, and it's still alive, and his head's back. That's what we're doing. We're creating an illusion for all these special people that can't handle this. They listen to the news. Oh my gosh, the hospitals are full. Oh my, they're being overrun. We got to shut down again. Oh wait, they got the numbers wrong. Okay, I can breathe a little bit. But no, they're 80% capacity. Oh my gosh, this is what we're dealing with in Arizona. They're all freaking out. We shut down our hospitals from elective surgeries of all kinds for three months, and now everyone that was trying to get those elective surgeries are trying to get in the hospitals. There's delays. It's packed. Like everyone's trying to get into hospitals because they want to get their elective surgeries. But because it's like traffic, if one set of cars slow down, it's going to have a rippling effect for miles beyond. It's called traffic. We have traffic in hospitals because we shut it down. That's logical thinking. No one told me this. It just kind of went in my head. I'm like, oh, what's the logical side of this? Let's not listen to the news. Let's kind of think. And of course, I did. I heard from the head nurse of a major hospital in downtown Phoenix said their COVID beds are empty. I'll listen to that before I listen to frickin' news. Sorry, I just again sick of being lied to. And these news, they want hits. They want clicks. They don't care about giving you the right information. But we'll try to create the appearance. Did we create the appearance that you feel safe to go back? Well, good for you, Pittsburgh. Way to get moving. Move on. So, freedom. Can we not have freedom? Can we have a coherent thought? Are we allowed to talk? Can we have a thought? Now, everything I said on this podcast isn't scripted. I did read some news articles, and that's about it. My thoughts aren't scripted. They come off the cuff. I don't know where I'll believe tomorrow because the information to get it is so difficult. And I'm going to try to get it. And I'll report however I report. So please don't cancel me, you cancel culture. Don't scream at me. Don't scream at anybody. Freedom of speech. You want freedoms. I don't get the cancel culture. I don't get the ones that scream and are told what to say in repetitive fashion. Have a freaking thought. We want freedom, right? Do we not want freedom? You can't have freedom if you're enforcing or enforce your thoughts. You have to bow down to what we believe. We have to have freedom. We have to have freedom of choice. We have to have freedom of speech. We can't have the cancel culture take over this country. Can't do it. I don't know if any of this made sense. But I'll be happy for the rest of the day. I got to change brakes on my car because I have the freedom to do so. And I'm going to put on brake pads that are bad for the environment. I don't even know what those are, but they're not going to be green. I don't know. Hey, go to CoachCameron.com if you want me to continue doing this. Or share this video. That'd be better. If you can share, that's better than you buying a mug. Share my videos. I don't know. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.